What is up, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube? That's right. I'm Chris Pimpin. Today I'm going to be talking about the X-Files. That's right, season 10, episode 2. Let's talk about this thing right here, right now. Now, please stay to the end. Don't be a dick. Watch the entire fucking video, and then hopefully subscribe. Help me out, man. Please, or woman, depending. I don't discriminate. Now let's get to the plot. The basic plot of this episode was pretty much about Mulder and Scully. They eventually tracked down this lab that tests on genetic, inefficient kids, and that is pretty much the basic of our episode. Let's get to this thing right here. Some positives, some negatives. Some positives that I enjoyed the opening scene. The opening scene was pretty much a very creepy and unsettling thing where Dr. Sanjay, whatnot, he's like bleeding from his eyes. You hear the ringing in his ear, and I'm just like, this is a very stomach unsettling thing, but it's also very creepy, you know, even though it's not necessarily too much physically being creepy, but it's almost like a mental thing of sorts. And I was just like, okay, that was great. Even though it did feel a little bit like it was an opening to House, you know, the TV show House. I was like, okay, so I'm waiting for House to kind of like pop up and do a crossover with Mulder and Scully. But then again, that actually probably be a good idea. But that's not the point. The point is that I thought it was actually really good. Also, I thought this episode was a very big improvement episode compared to the first. From the pacing to the humor. Humor wasn't that bad, though. There's a couple of things like Obamacare that hit rock bottom. That was not really a good hit. Also, what really worked well was that this felt like it was an episode that had been on for years. Or, yeah, I felt like they've been on for years, pretty much, the show. It felt like everybody was into their roles from the start of the thing to the end. You know, we didn't have to do the setup, the bullshit setup. We hit it right there. Now, this was a very, creepy episode. And I mean very disturbing episode. And I'll get to that in a second, where also, some other good things was that we get the conversation between Mulder and Scully about their son, which may or may not be 15, depending from what they said. I thought that was actually good that they kind of gave us a bit of a background on it. And, you know, the dream sequences / flashbacks, I thought those were actually well done and kind of also a bit more of a nightmarish thing. There's also negative on it, but I'll get to that. Where, like I said, it's a little moments that really kind of connect. Because we know these characters so much that you really kind of have to find the smaller things to really give us more information about them. And I feel like the son could be that thing. Now, granted, I hope the son doesn't become like a villain by the time, you know, this series ends or whatever, or becomes a part of the show, because that's not the show particularly. That's just me. Also, what I really enjoyed, I enjoyed the tour of the genetic kids, the lab, pretty much, right? Because, my God, Chris Carter and company, whoever the fuck was in charge of that scene, I fucking hate you. Because I'm eating my food and I'm seeing this lab and it's so fucking disturbing with all these kids with like big feet and big hands, and then somebody's like eating their own fat or whatever the hell that was, the neck just like laying on the table. I was like, God damn. That is some disturbing shit. But the creature designs or the makeup designs, whatever, is on point in this shit. And this was a more paced episode, but unfortunately, you know, like I said, I thought everything was on point, and this was a more funner episode. They have better chemistry. Well, they still always had good chemistry, but everything worked out better. Well, it wasn't slow to me particularly. Now, some negatives. Some negatives is that this is 6 episodes long, so doing a standalone episode is really not going to cut it particularly. So I would say, why would you do a standalone episode, and why not just make a long story arc? Because then you have to make every point count. If you had 13 episodes, sure, you can maybe have 4 standalone episodes, bam. But standalone episodes are better for the most part, regardless of what you want to say. They are filler. I know they have had standalone episodes before, but this is 6 episodes. You can't do standalones. You can't waste time here. You get to the point. Because ruining the story that was in the first episode and kind of going into this, it kind of killed the pacing to me, personally. But that's just my opinion. Also, the black guy that was talking to Sanjay, Dr. Sanjay at the very beginning, am I wrong? But didn't he look like the comedian Hannibal Burgess? Am I wrong, or am I just crazy? Also, Dr. Sanjay's lover, or whatever, when he's talking to Mulder, the near bathroom suck-off scene, I thought was just so odd and weird. And adding Dr. Sanjay being gay, those okay, it didn't really come back to the story or whatever, but I thought that was something. And also, just a quick nitpick is that Mulder and Scully just happened to think of the exact same look of their kid in the dream nightmare sequences, but I was just like, okay. And also, it kind of showed that they probably would have been good mothers and fathers. But yes, that was my review. I thought this was a much better episode than the premiere, in my opinion, from everything, pacing, humor, whatever you want to call it, creepiness. Yes, this was it. Comment, subscribe, and like. Hopefully subscribe. Help me out, please. There it is. Like, I want to know your thoughts. Write it in the comments. Come on. Let's talk about this thing. We're a community. Signing out.